Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CSP Partner Update Call. Before we begin with the session, let's have a quick audio check. Is everyone able to hear me okay? Feel free to type in the chat window, please. Awesome, thank you. All right. So thanks everyone for joining the call today and welcome to the CSP Partner Update Call for the month of March. I'm Noreen Khalifa, CSP Marketing Specialist and your presenter for today. Before I actually walk you through the agenda for today's call, I would like to welcome to the call and introduce a special guest from Microsoft. Today we have Adelaida De Foxa, Senior Partner Development Manager from Microsoft. So welcome, Adi, and thank you for joining the call today.
Thank you, Noreen, and hello everyone. All right, so that's me.
For today's call, for the agenda for today, so we will cover these topics. Adi will walk us through some updates from Microsoft first, and then also we will cover the upcoming events, trainings, and webinars from Synix, and also we'll be talking about the current CSP promotions and incentives. All right. And I would like to remind you that throughout this session itself, if you have any questions, please feel free to type in the chat window. Now I will hand over to Adi to start with the Microsoft updates. Over to you, Adi.
Thank you, Noreen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here with all of you today. So as Noreen was saying, I'm Adelaida De Foxa, but please call me Adi. I'm the Partner Development Manager for Synix at Microsoft, and it's been a great journey and a pleasure to be working with all of you. So thank you. You also have there my details, so feel free to reach out at any time. Now, for today, well, first of all, I wanted to explain a little bit further my role and what do I do. So I work in partnership with Synix, and we work together to ensure that we provide you the best tools, support, and enablement to continue with the journey around, especially around cloud. So we might look at other, other lines of business. I know some of you might be transacting still VL or Open. Some of you might be even an OEM partner. And by the way, I've been in Microsoft for 7 years now. And I started actually in the consumer business at Microsoft working with the OEM. So I understand of some of you, it might be in the hardware business. I understand that part really well as well. However, as of, I think it was end of August, beginning of September, when I joined, when I have this, joined this new partnership, and I start focusing more on cloud, on the cloud solution program. Now, when we, I hear someone, okay, sorry for that. I've been hearing some noises and I thought that there might be some questions already in the window message, which would be great. But feel free, as I said, feel free to reach out if there is anything that we can help. All right, so then I just wanted to share with you some key message. I obviously have content to probably bore you for an hour, but I wanted to keep it light and dynamic. I heard from Noreen, I don't know if you were joining last month's call, that you guys are a bit shy, but feel free to make it this as interactive. At the end, this is an hour for you to ask questions, to give us feedback, to tell us how we can do things better. So by no means, I mean, feel free to type those questions or provide those feedback. All right, so as I said, I want to keep it simple, and maybe for next month, I can provide some content depending on the feedback I get or what you guys want to hear. But I want to start with the digital transformation. And for that, I know I have maybe a boring slide that, and by the way, are you guys being able to see the content? I'm moving the slides, so I'm just conscious. I have here my device as well, and I see that I think maybe the slides are not moving. I just want to check that you guys are seeing a slide that has a lot of, that has four solution areas and is color coded. Can you hear that or can you see that?
Yep, looks good.
Okay, Awesome, fantastic. I don't know then why my device is not reflecting, but all good. That's perfect. Thank you. So I don't know if you're familiar and you've seen this slide, but this slide has not changed for the last two years. We had a massive reorg at Microsoft, and we are still continuing through the journey. Definitely, especially since Satya came on board, there has been a massive shift. I know you have read in the press, but actually it's something that even at a local level has really impacted us. Especially a year and a half ago, we had a massive reorg, but still, these solution areas was something that Satya started talking a while back. And what I liked about this slide is that it gives you an idea of where we're moving and where we're moving in terms of where we see the opportunities are in the market. We talk about modern workplace, we talk about business application, apps and infra, and data and AI. When I think about modern workplace, and obviously I'm not going to go through all of that, but obviously the opportunity under Microsoft product portfolio is obviously around Office 365 and Microsoft 365. When I think about business application, I might be thinking in Dynamics. And when I think about apps and infra and data and AI, I see the capabilities or the opportunities around Microsoft Azure, right? So when we look and present this slide, we always advise our partners to focus on some key solution areas and focus on only a few, not all of it, because obviously it will be a lot to take off, and capabilities, loss of focus, and so on is very important for us to make sure that you guys are on track. So that's why we recommend to have a few one highlighted, and that's in the example that I have here. I have highlighted IoT solutions and a few under modern workplace. Anyway, this is something really high level. But if something that you want to go a bit deeper in our next sessions, I'm happy to go for it. But yeah, please keep doing those solutions, because that's where we see our partners are going to have a competitive advantage in the future. You might not notice now so much, but for example, SAP on Azure, our colleagues in Germany are driving massive impact, and that is in the SMB business, by the way. I understand that maybe SAP here in Australia is still more penetrating in enterprise, but again, a good way of thinking, how can I be growing my business? But anyway, enough of me talking about solution area, and maybe talk about where do we see the opportunities, and where do we see the opportunities in the Australian market, particularly with EOS, the stands end of support. And we have two key dates actually, or two end of support deadlines. One is around Windows 7 end of support, and that is in January. So key dates for you to remember: January 2020. Okay, that is one. And I don't know how many of you were with Windows XP when end of support, but I definitely see a big uplift around hardware device sales. And definitely this is going to be a catalyst for devices refresh in particular. I see it in Q2 fiscal year or our Q4 calendar year. So this Q4 calendar year, I've forecast is going to be big. And especially then here the opportunity is, okay, how can I attach my cloud solution in there, especially Microsoft 365? And I'm sure, I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but, and I know we're going to remind it through the call of today that we have the Synex Alliance happening today, but we will definitely be talking more about Microsoft 365. So again, think about how you can attach cloud solution to your devices that you will be selling. And yeah, this is again some stats around how many of you are already aware about Windows 7, and really unfortunately, not many of your SMB customers are aware of Windows 7. So again, a great opportunity to start driving those conversations. I know we are in March, but hey, the sooner you start talking about it, the earlier you can get the opportunities for you. All right. So, and then the other end of support is, so one date is January, and that's why I want you to remain January, because January 2020, you have two end of support dates. One is Windows 7, as I already mentioned, and the other one is Windows Server 2008 and 2008 R2. And then in July this year, you actually have SQL. So with that, again, we're going to see a lot of opportunity around hardware refresh. And you have, you can try and do your same motion, the ones that you're used to. You have SBS when it went end of support. You have, all right now you have this hardware refresh opportunity. But hey, when you're selling those servers, when you're advising those customers, why don't you start thinking, okay, how can I start building some of my some of the services or migrating some of the application into the cloud? And again, if people are not ready to migrate to the cloud because they don't want to, they're using all legacy applications around 2008 and they are not ready to, to start developing new ones. Why don't you do a simple lift and shift to Azure, and then you get free support for 3 more years? And that is massive, especially when you're talking about in the SMB segment, when you're talking to your end customers. All right. So again, more than happy if you're joining the Synex Alliance tonight to give you more around these options. But again, free. And now Narin is telling me, come on, keep going. Okay. Oh yeah, Cici was excited. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I hope you guys are excited because we're seeing this is gonna be a massive opportunity in this year around hardware refresh, which we hope you can still attach a lot of cloud to maximize profitability there for you guys. All right. So next step, if you want to know more about Microsoft 365, here I don't know if you're gonna be sharing the deck. Yes. Okay, perfect. Here you have some links to learn more about Microsoft 365, which again is our Heroes Queue for modern workplace. You also have some partner practice playbooks around Azure, especially when I was talking about SAP and Azure, for example, or data and AI. Here are some good tools that you can immerse yourself and find out more on what you're interested in. And then last one, and this is something that Noreen will go through it, but at Synex, we have lots of enablement, right? We can have like the general CSP enablement, but we also have Tech Day series as well. So I encourage you to join them, as well as we have great incentives, which Noreen will talk about. And last, you already mentioned it. I think this is my third time in the call today, but we have the Synex Alliance happening tonight. We'd love to see you all at the cloud booth. But if you can attend, there is another one in Perth, 27th. Noreen will talk about it. Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to seeing you and meeting you in person. And with that, I'm done. Thank you very much. Quick and fast, but I hope you see some value and looking forward to continue talking to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adi. Do you guys have any questions? Let's have a quick look at the chat window and see if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we'll just carry on.
It looks like there is no question, but I will.
All right, no worries. Okay, so our next topic for today's agenda is actually the events, upcoming events, trainings, and webinars. So I know some of you who have already joined last month's call might have heard about this, but I'll just want to remind everyone that we have launched this hub, the CSP Tech Day series, to continue helping partners grow their business and maximize their profitability in the cloud. We're running these Tech Day series. They are free technical workshops with MVP Mark O'Shea, and they're exclusive to the Synex customers. This is a one-day training basically per city on a monthly basis. And since it's a Tech Day series, we recommend you guys attend all 4 days in your city. The key topics for the Tech Day series are basically Microsoft 365. With the modern workplace, we focus on Microsoft 365 Business and also Intelligent Cloud with Azure. So with Microsoft 365, obviously, if you guys want to acquire more SMB customers with Microsoft 365, provide more capabilities to your customers, increase your profitability, attend the workshops on Microsoft 365 to better understand the opportunities, the discussions, the capabilities you can take to customers to build a more secure, more efficient, and more effective workplace for them. For Azure, if you're keen to understand the growth opportunities that Azure offers to your SMB customers, then you can also attend these workshops to understand more about what are the key capabilities, the features, the services that are of immediate relevance to an SMB customer. So again, these workshops are targeted to the technical analysts, pre-sales specialists, solution architects, and cloud engineers. And this is a full day training, as I've mentioned, from 9 to 5. and partners who would attend all 4 days will get $100 Visa card. I'll be monitoring the registrations and attendance, and maybe you can also drop me a quick email confirming you have attended, and that way you will be eligible for the $100 Visa card. So our first tech day in Melbourne is actually taking place tomorrow, the 14th of March at Clifton's, Melbourne. It's not too late to register. We already have a full house for tomorrow, but I think we can always squeeze in 2, 3 more people if we need to. So please, if you are keen to attend, just drop me a quick email. If you have not received the EDM with the links to register, just drop me a quick email, and I will see if we can add you guys to the list of attendance for tomorrow. All right. The next topic is the CSP webinar series. So for the webinars, again, this half, we are running another round of the webinar series presented by Marco Shea around Microsoft 365 Business and Azure. If you want to learn more about these two, key areas without leaving your office, then these webinar series are for you. Our next webinar coming up will be on Thursday, the 26th of March at 3 p.m. Melbourne, Sydney time. And this webinar will be about migrating workloads to Azure. So again, an EDM has been sent out to the partners, a few weeks ago. If you guys haven't received the EDM or you would like to register for the webinar series, please drop me a quick email and I'll be sharing with you the details to register. All right. Now, as Eddie mentioned, we have got the Synix Alliance Roadshow. So this is our annual roadshow. We are once again excited to invite you to participate to the Synix Alliance Roadshow with over 2,000 reseller partners, attending. This year, the CSP team is sharing the space with the cloud team, and this area is called the Cloud Solution Hub. And we have 2 pods for CSP, 1 pod for Microsoft 365 Business and another one for Azure. So you guys will be able to attend and hear presentations around Microsoft 365 Business and Azure. We have already run the roadshow in Sydney and Brisbane. Next stop is Melbourne tonight, the 13th of March at Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. We will start at 5 p.m. with the panel discussion, and the Synix Alliance Roadshow actually is going to start from 6 to 9 p.m. So if you have not registered, it's not too late. You can still register if you go to the website, synixalliance.com.au. You can complete your registration. We're looking forward to see you guys there. Addie actually is going to do the Azure presentation tonight, so she's really excited about it. Yeah. And also we've got Alistair Stratford from Microsoft, who is doing the presentation on Microsoft 365 Business. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. And also we've got our final stop, which will be in Perth on the 27th of March. So again, if you go to the Synix Alliance website, you can, complete your registration and get all the details about the upcoming event. All right. All right. So very quickly, I wanted to remind you again that this half we have launched a number of CSP partner incentives, a very exciting, very exciting promotions covering consumption services, licensing services, but we're obviously leading with the Rugby World Cup promo. As you know, we are keen to launch a mega promotion every year. And last year we have taken our top performing partners to Russia for the Russia World Cup. So before also we've taken our partners to London for the London World Cup, Brazil. And this year we're taking our top performing partners to Japan for the Rugby World Cup in October. So we are launching this exciting promo, the Rugby World Cup promo, from the period of the 1st of January to the 30th of June, 2019. And as you can see, eligible products are all CSP products. Eligible invoices are for February, March, April, May, June, and July. 5 winners will receive a trip to Japan, including return flights, accommodation, meals, activities, hotel transfers and everything. But only one ticket per partner organization is allowed. So you've got heaps of time actually to, work on your targets and, make sure you're eligible for this promo. Other than the Rugby World Cup promo, we have also launched a number of partner incentives. So we've got the CSP new customer ad, CSP annual billing, Microsoft 365 seat ads incentive. So there is a number of other partner incentives in the market. There is an EDM that went out to the partners a few weeks ago. If you have not received the EDM with the different partner incentives and PDF documents, showing the T's and C's for each and every incentive, please let me know, and I'm happy to share the details again with you.
I was gonna say, are you gonna share this the content of today?
Yes, the recording.
Maybe we can send again the T's and C's as well, or maybe the link, because I think, as you were saying, I think there is a lot of really good incentives in both either Microsoft 365 or Azure, and they are cumulative, so they are not exclusive. Yeah. So that means that you can end up having, if you go through the annual billing, you can end up having up to 4,000 of Visa cards. And then if you have new customer add, you can get up to 2,500 in Visa cards. And then if you add Microsoft 365, for example, seat new add, you can add an extra 2.5. And the same happens with Azure, right? So if you start accumulating, you can end up making a lot and good profitability around your CSP business in this final round of, as we hit to end to the financial year. And then you will go to Japan. That is really interesting. I wonder if I can go too.
Yeah, even me, I want to go.
I know. Okay. Anyway, very good.
All right. So I think that's pretty much about the current incentives that we have. And this is pretty much the things that I wanted to cover for today's call. I just wanted to keep it short and simple. And now I'm going to open up for Q&A. So please feel free to type any questions in the chat window, or even please feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions. Let's have a look.
Looks like there is no question.
Maybe we'll give it 1 or 2 more minutes.
Yeah, or maybe anyone want to feedback. Do you guys like this format? Do you want to hear more people coming from, Microsoft, other speakers? Maybe, I don't know, do you want to find out more about any specific product, anything?
As always, remember to email us any feedback or suggestions at csp at au.cinex-grp.com. And always feel free to reach out to myself or the team, if you need any help. Also, Adi, as she mentioned, she's been with Cinex for a few months now, and she's awesome, and she's always happy to help. So if you guys need any help or support, you can reach out to us, and we'll make sure to connect you with Adi.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for the comment. So he likes the format. That's good.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you. James is also good.
Awesome.
Great.
For the partners who are based in Melbourne, again, we are looking forward to seeing you guys tonight. Adi and myself actually are heading to the venue soon, so.
Yeah, he's talking about the long outage. Yeah, that has been happening this week, right? Like it's been affecting the portal, the cloud marketplace, and everything. Yeah, no, it's been affected. A whole bunch of customers and partners have been affected. The direction we got from Microsoft is that all engineers are working through it to solve it, and the response that you get and your customers get is the same one that we get as well, and we all get it at the same time. So unfortunately, nothing different to what you might already know, Phil.
My understanding is actually it was more of a global thing. So
yeah. That's the thing. But then we get partner escalations locally, and it's like I want to escalate, and the message we get is, hey, unless you're seeing something completely different that not anyone is seeing, then it's when you can escalate. But if everyone is on the same boat, we're not gonna see anything different. And we had like big partners actually making big escalation. But the answer was standard across the board. No matter how big or small you were affected equal, unfortunately. But yeah, obviously we have heaps of engineers working to try to minimize and control this audit. I cannot pronounce it. Sorry for my accent. Outages. I think is how you pronounce it. Outage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Anyway, outage.
Good.
Okay. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Phil, for the question. Anything else? Otherwise, maybe we can
give you 15 minutes back to do some more work. We'll
before
have
you go.
some coffee, maybe.
Before I see you all tonight. That's good. All right.
Thank you everyone for joining the call today. I'll be sharing with you the recording and the slide deck today. And looking forward to having you next month on the CSP partner update call for the month of April. So I'll be sending you also the details in due course. Thank you very much and have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, John. Thank you, team. Glenn, James, thanks for. Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. No, no, go.